emerald green and gold because they are very bold and they let me express myself freely.
I feel more comfortable with black. It's my skin too. So I just love black.
My favorite color is blue, mainly because it's a very calm color.
My favorite colors are like of different varieties of pink and green.
My favorite color is white because it is a symbolism of purity and it gives me hope in my darkest days.
My favorite color is turquoise because it makes me feel like all my problems have dispersed into nothingness. And I am truly calm when I look at my favorite color.
I've always loved green. It makes me calm. It makes me extremely happy, so I'm definitely loopy about color. Since my first encounter with it, learning about color, I was absolutely mesmerized and amazed. I've studied color therapy. I'm also a communication specialist, so I love languages and I see color as a language. So different colors have different meanings, and this is where the magic comes in. So when you know the hidden meanings of colors, you can then use it to interpret people's stuff. A consultation would work like this. I present them 18 colors in different colored bottles. I ask people to choose 7 of those colors. We put it in a specific matrix, and then I interpret or translate those colors. So it's a gentle way of healing. It's not in your face, and it brings you closer to yourself. And I believe it inspires, it encourages, it calms you down. It brings so much joy into your life. And I'm actually on a mission just to bring that joy and that colorfulness and that playfulness into people's lives with color. I find that people don't really look, they don't experience color, they don't feel it. We just go about our day and not noticing everything. So once you stop and stare at the beauty of color around you, you can immediately feel how it lifts your spirit. When I show someone the beauty of color, it is like they light up, and that brings me a lot of joy. When I can see they get it and they understand it and they want to do something with it.
Color is about making spaces bigger, smaller, happier, sadder, and that's the thing about color. Use a brighter color and it becomes a bigger room. Use a darker color and it becomes a smaller room. So the use of color is so important in our psychology. Everything we do at Plascon is all about people. And it's in our tagline, together we got this. It's all about the people and creating products for the people. All of our CSI initiatives has been through education. The National School of the Arts, or the NSA, has been quite a fundamental partnership for us in that they are all about arts, it's all about culture.
The National School of the Arts has actually been around for about 50 years. What makes our school exceptional is that we are a multicultural, diverse community that celebrates difference. Our art is able to tell a very authentic, true and honest story. We received a wonderful email from Plascon early in 2021, wanting to form a relationship with us, to actually be a fundamental change maker in our space, seeing the inherent value in our school and the power in the brand association with Plascon.
We assisted the NSA with putting up signage for them. I mean, the school had very dilapidated signage. You couldn't see what they were. It was literally just a building in Joburg. So we assisted them to showcase the logo of the NSA, but also showing that it's powered by Plascon. A couple of the other items we tried to assist with was renovating some of their rooms. The RSL committee has a room which has been parked for many, many years because they don't have the budgets for it. We assisted them to paint the room, going from a dull face brick room to painting the face brick to bring brighter colors to the room.
What is also important is that they see us as a voice of activism for some social causes. It was a wonderful opportunity just to shift the narrative a bit. We had an empty space in our foyer where we love having installations. And here was an opportunity to work with the learners to say, let's create something beautiful, whimsical, light-spirited. It's got lovely colors, and Plascon was able to bring to us the paint lids and the paint.
We chose mostly primary colors, blue, green, red, and so forth, because, well, green is not a primary color. We chose them mostly because they are colors that a lot of people are used to. You know, you see it and you are able to easily recognize it, and you kind of remember some things. And just to show that Emotions aren't always constant. You're always feeling something new. It's like a whole cycle, and I feel like the colors we chose, they really make that pop.
We have two beautiful murals that were designed by former learners of the school that were put up to celebrate Youth Day.
So the partnership was to work with the NSA and Newtown Junction. So it was a three-way alliance to beautify the area.
My name is Naledi Moleko. I graduated from the National School of the Arts in 2017. The one thing I loved about being a student here was the freedom for starters. We were allowed to be ourselves. We were allowed to be artists. We were allowed to embrace ourselves. The artwork that was chosen by Plascon, that is displayed by Newtown Junction, was basically aimed at embracing, hence the vibrant colors, hence trying to depict the cultures of, South Africa as an entire whole, even though it's just specifically the Ndebele doll and the Zulu beads. I do use my art as an expression of heritage, as an expression of how I feel in response to any issue that we face.
Culture and heritage can be represented through art. I think starts off with the creative or the artist that creates the work, because the artist has their own culture and their own heritage. So the works that they do, the images that they use, the mediums that they use. One of the things that was interesting about the work that the students made was that it was a conversation starter. That how does one create an art piece or mural that interacts with the space, and start off a conversation of something being serious and yet playful.
So when I received the news that my mural was chosen, it didn't hit me immediately. And when we arrived at Newtown, I was like, I literally turned back and cried. It just hit me in my face, literally, from the entrance. The role that murals play in urban regeneration is the fact that apart from making it nicer, apart from making it much more welcoming, vibrant, it actually also educates and changes people's perceptions. For example, graffiti, back in the day it was seen as vandalism. So people have changed the perception about graffiti. Now it's no longer vandalism, now it's a work of art, because people communicate certain political ideas or political views through murals.
So in Newtown Junction, there's the pillars where a lot of graffiti artists actually have created images. It's a form of social commentary because it's easy to shock someone with something on a large scale that everyone can see. It's like a protest, because normally with graffiti, you would tag something as you rebelling against what society deems normal. The works there bring a sense of a place where people can create the artworks, create the graffiti without it being seen as defacing the city, but as a conversation.
So Plascon is not only passionate about people, but we're also very passionate about the environment. We have things like recycled packaging. We also have this fantastic product which is formulated to purify the air in your home.
Inside air is up to 5 times more polluted than outside air. The new innovation that we've introduced recently is the formaldehyde abatement technology. The way the technology works is that we have put an active in that formulation that is able to react with formaldehyde and convert it from a harmful gas to a harmless gas. Formaldehyde is not a desirable gas in the living areas, and it causes what they call sick building syndrome. So by introducing this technology, we are contributing to cleaning the atmosphere and reducing the undesirable effects of formaldehyde to people in the living areas.
Everything we do is different. It's not just about selling paint, it's about selling a lifestyle. My favorite color, and it's quite a weird one, it's black. I've always enjoyed black as a color because it's in the background, so anything in front of it actually pops.
My favorite color would be pink. Pink is a very neutral color for me, and pink has always been seen as a feminine color, but pink has so much room to play.
We are very proud of what we've achieved with Plascon thus far. We have maverick creativity in our space, And it is such a privilege to just see these young artists blooming and blossoming and owning their creative voice. And when you think of the future, I get quite emotional when I just think of these learners and the impact that they're going to make on our society.
My advice to young South African artists is be passionate, love what you're doing, never give up. If you fail once, be prepared to fail 10,000 times more, but always remain passionate.
The one advice I would give to young artists in South Africa is do not stop. Just don't stop. It gets frustrating, but at the end of the day, it is up to you.
My advice for other students like myself would be, don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid to show it in your work. Be bold, try something new. It really does help, and you are able to then find your place